Okay, now comes to the main point, sir.
Sure.
Why a common person should take a health insurance policy? I want you to give me a brief, this thing on this.
See, why you have to take a health insurance policy for a common man? Because nowadays, cost of living is already increased. Cost of earning, it's day by day competitive, or you can say lesser to your expenses. You cannot
Yes.
match your expenses with your income. Today you might earn 1 lakh, tomorrow there is no guarantee whether you are earning 1 lakh or not.
Yes, sir.
So somewhere or somewhere you have to save yourself, your
Yes.
family you have to save. Point one. Point two, medical inflation, it's increasing every year by 14%.
14%.
14%. This is the
That's
government data. It's
government.
not oral data, it's a government data. Average we take 15%, but 14% every year it is going on increasing. It might be pharmacy, it might be doctor fees, it might be infrastructure, everything.
So you mean to say, like, today, if some product is with a value of 1 lakh rupees, next year, on the basis of, government policy for medical, in the medical terms, like, this will be going to charge you 1,14,000.
Yes, 1,14,000. Because I will give you example also. In 2025, now the bypass surgery is somewhere around 8 to 10 lakhs. If you go 10 years back, it was around 2 lakhs. So now we are calculating 14%. But if you see that particular calculation, we are at 50%.
Oh.
So costs are increasing.
So the cost of the, this, what do we say, the
Technology, you can say
technology,
technology.
yeah.
See, earlier when in 90s cataract operation used to take 24 hours, small, just your.
Okay.
Nowadays it is done in minutes.
Even
Earlier,
the surgery cost also have been increased.
yes,
like,
everywhere, because see, education is increasing, infrastructure is increasing, cost day by day everything is increasing. So obviously there is an inflation of 14% on the medical. So how to cover this? Now if something happens to the earning member,
Okay.
he is earning well and good, but if something happens to the earning member or wife or kids, question mark is there. How should I survive my family? Even for a small kid, if you take any hospital, if fever is a very common factor,
Yes, sir.
it will come to small children very easily, because they'll be roaming inside school, dust, everything. So
Yes.
we cannot stop them, it's a childhood. So once they come back to him, they start sneezing or fever is coming, immediately you have to take to the hospital.
Yes.
Doctor will advise 2-3 days at least medication as per his norms. So when you go for an admission, obviously per day 10 to 20,000 easily he will charge. So in 3 days your entire month's salary will go.
Yes, sir.
As
That's
I said
correct.
earlier, if you are running 1 lakh also, if your child is admitted for 4 days, your 80,000 is gone.
Yes, sir.
So preventing all these things, you have to take health insurance.
Okay.
I will advise to take health. Why I will tell you? See, as I said, for 3-4 days admission, you are spending 80,000. In spite of that, if you take a family health insurance for husband, wife, 2 children, or 1 child, depend upon your family, hardly you will pay 20 to 25,000 for 10 lakhs.
20 to 25,000.
Depend upon your age and children. I will take an example: husband, wife, 2 children, less than 35 years, it will come 25,000. Irrespective of the insurance company, it might be 5 or 10%
10%
up
here-
and down.
here
I cannot
and
take
there.
accurately,
Yes.
but 25,000 you'll get 10 lakh coverage.
Okay.
So you're taking a coverage of 10 lakhs for 4 members, and hardly you're paying 25,000, which is 2 to 3% of your total amount.
Yes, sir.
So 97% is the risk of insurance company.
Yes, yes.
In that case, either you pay 80,000 for your child's fever or paying 25,000 for entire family, which is better? You can calculate.
No,
That too for a year.
Yes, sir.
That too for
That
years.
is absolutely true. But see, if you ask me, I'll definitely as you also know that I have already
Yes.
have taken. But there are so many people who thinks why should I have to pay 25K in one shot, and why do because who knows whether I'll be going to face the problem or not. So for that, lots of people will be having this thing in their mind. So if you give them any kind of suggestion, like,
See, Indian mindset, we cannot justify everything. Every people think that why should I waste my money? See, simple logic is that insurance is not a profit or loss. It's a security, financial security to your life.
Okay.
Never calculate it as a profit or loss. Either you are not buying a home or a land or a car where your investment is there. This is purely a very less investment, which you cannot consider as a loss or debt profit.
Okay.
It is only a financial this one.
Okay.
You are paying for your family, you are sacrificing the money for your family. Let us take an example. You yourself, your wife, two children go for a restaurant. Will you stop your children to buy or eat chocolate for a lesser budget? Or you will order your wife to take a lesser dish? No.
No, no, no.
So when you are putting good money on your
When you're
eatables,
yes, sir, yes.
on your eatables, if you go for a restaurant also, hardly it will take 5 to 7,000. If 4 times you will go in a year,
Yeah,
easily
definitely.
it will go more than that.
We'll
I
go
will
more.
calculate only 4 times. 4 times if you take your family to a restaurant, it will cost you 30 to 40,000. So you go for a restaurant, but prior to that, you take health insurance. Whatever you're putting, entire money or your food or clothes or your variables, whatever it is, hardly. I will tell you best example. People are using 1.5 lakh iPhone.
Yes, sir.
1.5 lakh iPhone. We'll take an average of 1.5. It might be 1.8 or 1.2. Insurance is 25,000. So you think that people are more attractive or iPhone than an insurance. And if something happens to your life, will iPhone will give you a backup to your life?
No, sir.
So insurance is very important nowadays. Never calculate as a profit or loss statement.
Okay.
It's only
Even
financial security.
even though if he pays also being in a salaried
Yes.
person, he can also claim for
Again, he
the
can claim in the income
ID
tax
box.
also.
Yes.
25,000 is already saving that to invite
Okay.
government norms, you can claim it. So only thing is first you have to invest it, then you have to reclaim it. Again, you will be in under zero.